to bring about building successful business empires. The Convention on Business Integrity will on Thursday, June 30th, 2016, hold the 4th annual Christopher Kolade lecture. This year's theme is Does Business Integrity Matter? We caught up with the Executive Director of Convention on Business Integrity, Soji Apampa, organizers of the lecture, who explained what the event was all about.
This event this year, we're looking at the topic, does business integrity really matter? Because we feel that companies have come through a very rough time through 2015 with the change of government, with the shocks we have had in the economy, the drop in the oil price, the forex regime that has come. Things have been very tight for business. And we're wondering whether many businesses wouldn't think that their priority is just survival, not knowing that this is the time that you should be thinking of building and consolidating, because tough times never last. And you need to build properly in order to be able to recover after the difficult times. So we're asking the question, does business integrity really matter after all, since we're all suffering and going through a very hard time?
He also shed light on the special guest of honor, Nigeria's Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, among other speakers scheduled for the event.
In this case, the special guest of honor is actually one of the founders. He is the other founder of the Convention on Business Integrity. So last year he was our keynote speaker, and we're hoping that this year he will set the tone, because the whole anti-corruption drive by the government, we think this is an opportunity for the presidency to set the tone and also try and win the support of business in getting their participation in the war against corruption. So we're hoping the keynote address will set the importance of doing business without corruption, doing business the proper way, and how important it is to the growth of the whole economy.
The Executive Director of Convention on Business Integrity also spoke on what the event sets out to achieve.
It's not static. It's that we have had our ups and downs. Typically, the awareness of ethical issues, I would say, has improved over time. But the compliance of companies with ethical standards, amongst listed companies, this has improved somewhat as well, because if you recall the crash of the banks, the consolidation of the banks, the indictment was that there were serious corporate governance lapses, apart from lapses in regulatory oversight. But there was serious corporate governance oversights, and a big component of that was around business ethics and anti-corruption. But companies have generally improved and moved away from there. Those are the listed companies. Now, the rest of companies in society, if you go by the kind of collaboration there has been between business people and those who have looted Nigeria's treasury, you will wonder whether anybody has ever learned about corruption and business ethics and so on. So it's, I don't know, 2 sixes or a dozen. It's almost the same thing.
The 4th annual Christopher Kolade lecture will be holding from 6 p.m. at the venue, Water Corporation Drive, off Ligali Ayonride Street, Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria.